So, where did we end our adventure last time?
I'm pulling up the notes.
We are in a point when we don't do next.
Come again, Matthew?
We are in a point that we don't know what to do next.
Alright.
Yeah, Harold talked to the gravedigger at the Temple of Moor.
And you were to the Temple of Ulrich as well.
And we checked that the flame has extinguished.
Yes, the flame has been extinguished, which is a very bad portent. Indeed. So, guys, I want you to do a little brainstorming, you know, because I think you should know where to go next, or at least what to check next. There are still a few locations in the town that you haven't really, you know, visited.
Okay, I'm looking through the notes now. I'm gonna.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do. Yeah, check notes.
Okay. I thought that there's something with the girl that we haven't gotten yet. The girl at the inn.
Yeah, what about her?
I don't know. I feel like I missed something with that.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. Is I think certain things are connected and they might not be, and it's confusing me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll try to do one thing. Right. So in game, you're standing outside the Temple of Ulrich. It rains mildly. You've managed to convince the merchant brothers, the twins, to make a deal with you, if I remember right.
Wait, there's two more houses we haven't checked, right?
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew that you will find this out. Actually,
Okay.
there are a few more. All right, there are a few more locations. I'm pretty sure I was telling you about them when you were riding into the city. But I can. But remember that there's the that there's the Margrave's residence and barracks for the city's ruler. There's the Koch house combined with mill, and there's there's also the slaughter yard, which is
Yeah, I didn't get any of that. I heard it obviously, but I didn't write it down. I didn't take note even. I thought it was just color.
Oh yeah, by the way, who's doing notes today?
I would prefer not to today because I feel like I did a half-assed job last time.
Alright, Matthew?
Okay, but I will have to translate them after the game.
Alright, no worries.
If you run it through Google Translator, I guarantee it's gonna be better English than what I wrote last week.
Yeah.
What?
Google Translator. No, don't worry. I'll translate this for you later. No worries.
I use the Google Translator to.
Come again?
I use the Google Translator for words I don't know, and I want to use them. You know, never played a RPG game in English, so I have problems with some words.
All right.
You're doing pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I mean the translation that I won't make them in English, so I will have to translate them after the game, not during it. I cannot, you know. It will be next week.
All right. All right. No worries. I think there won't be any problems with that. So Matthew, I'll create a note for you. Today we have it's 13, alright. So also remind me, Andrew's character is with you, right? Or not?
No, he had family near the old town that we were at. He was visiting, and he's gonna rendezvous with us in Known.
Oh, alright. Just checking. Right, I've created this. Matthew, you can...
I see the note, but it's not in the notes. Oh, okay, now it is.
No. Someone's phone is ringing?
I hear it in the background.
Alright.
I heard it.
Right, doesn't matter. Right, so...
I think it was the soundtrack, whatever music is playing.
It's weird, because the soundtrack is... Oh, it's House on the Hill. Okay, we shall see if the phone will come back to haunt us. I'll change the soundtrack. What?
Oh, I think my girlfriend has Spotify on.
Oh, right. So, guys, what's your plan?
You said about 3 locations: slaughterhouse.
Yes.
The mill.
No, the slaughter yard. The slaughter yard, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
It's to the. It's on the edge. It's on the edge of town, of course. So as to prevent people living in the village, you know, from suffering the stench. There's the Hoch house. Hoch was one of the merchants, apparently, and his house is also connected to the mill. And then there's the Margrave's residence and barracks.
I kind of feel like we should do the slaughter yard last.
Well, yeah, it's a dirty job.
Yeah, if you want people to disappear, that's where it's probably gonna happen. Maybe we should start with Hawk's house in the mill. And there were 2 other locations. What were they?
Somebody's living there. Somebody's living in the house.
In what house? The Hoch house?
In house. Yeah.
You don't know.
It was.
You'd have to check it out, probably.
The house is dead. All right.
No. Hoch is not dead.
Yeah, who is who?
It's a lot of names.
Okay, you're looking for the guy named
Albrecht.
Yeah, Albrecht.
Yeah, that's right. Albrecht Reise, who is the guy, you know, the twins wanted you to find out, and, well, you know, kinda silence. They also want you to retrieve an iron chain, which is a symbol of office, because Albrecht Reise was apparently guildmaster. Then...
The Hoch was?
Well, yeah, there was fire, you know, his residence burned down. By the way, you were at the site of his of this residence, and you've retrieved a small note written in code, apparently.
And we brought that note to the Lang brothers.
Yeah.
Haven't heard anything back.
No. You've also met Amelie, the girl that works in the keep. I mean the inn, sorry. Who was previously working at the guild house. She's scared. Then there was Kuhn, the huntsman whom you saved from the wolves, and who is apparently a friend of Amelie, sorry. Then there's Lothar. No, sorry, Gernar. Then there's Gernar, the kid with the book that you've met in the inn. Jorn, rag picker, who basically is, well, he kinda buries the bodies because both priests in the town have been killed, or well, yeah, have been killed. One in the fire, the priest of Mor, and the priest of Ulrich has been killed by wolves, which combined with the extinguishing of Ulrich's flame is a very bad omen. Then there's Ernst and Magda Bayer, burghers of Eisenthal, who drove you to this town. And I think that's it. These people you've met so far.
So that's what confused me. Like I guess we don't have all the information we need yet, but I forgot there were these other locations that we could check out. I thought we had checked everything out that was... You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but I'm pretty sure I was telling you about this last game. Or maybe, you know, maybe not all, but then again, you did not tell me
did take notes, to be honest.
that you were doing a round around the town. You know, just checking out the most important locations. I thought that you would do that.
Maybe, Sally,
Well,
you will ask Emily about Albrecht.
about Albrecht. So you need to go back to the Griffin's Crest Inn, where she works. By the way, if you don't remember, most of the people are trying to keep indoors because apparently wild animals have been stalking the streets and attacking them. Which, since you saw what happened to poor Wolf Kun, is actually true.
Yeah.
You've never heard of a bunch of wolves, you know, to be so bold as to enter human settlements and attack its inhabitants. It's rather weird, actually. What's your course of action? Like I said, you're standing near the Temple of Ulrich, which is basically it's near the edge of the town, northern edge.
Are we close to the slaughter yard?
Yeah, you can actually smell it from here. Kinda.
We might as well just check it out while we're over here.
Kinda see the buildings too.
Should we check it out, Harold?
The butcher is still alive.
Well, you didn't hurt if he was dead.
Yeah,
So,
he's still...
So if he's still alive, why do we check it? For what? You think the guy hides between beef?
Well, he's hiding somewhere. I don't know, I mean, most people would stay away from a slaughter yard if you're hiding someone or bodies or whatever. That's a good place to do it.
Well, I prefer to hide in a mill.
Okay, we can check the mill first if you want. Like, wherever our gut instinct that he is, I think we should start somewhere else first. You know what I mean? Because he has men working for him. We could just walk right into his little safe house with a bunch of crossbows turned on us.
Yeah.
So
That's why let's better ask somebody. For example, ask Emily about Albrecht. If she worked in a guild house, maybe she knows something more. Maybe she will be afraid to say it to us, but maybe she will say she said something to her friend, the hunter.
But what time is it right now?
Oh, right now I think it's about 2 p.m.
So it's dinner time, it's lunch time, good time to go to the inn eat and ask.
Yeah. Okay. And
The
we
waitress.
should probably relieve whoever is watching the cart.
Yes.
My brother and you, and Gennaro, and my brother.
They're just taking turns.
They are taking care. They are taking the turns.
Yeah.
And the coachman, yeah.
So it's just two of you right now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's
So,
go back and check on things like this.
what?
We'll go back and check on things and talk to Amelie when we have lunch.
Alright. You go back to the inn, the Griffin's Crest Inn, the inn of the Griffin's Crest. A sprawling structure made up of a series of rooms of varying size linked together. Each of these rooms tends to attract its own class of client, with the merchants in one, the foresters in another, and so on. Despite the unconscious divisions, the drinkers in each are reasonably open to strangers and are a good source of town gossip. You've noticed once again that the walls are stained by countless years of pipe smoke, and the beams supporting walls and ceiling bend alarmingly. The guest rooms are on the first floor and are surprisingly warm and homely. So, you enter the inn. You can immediately see Wolf Kun resting at one of the back tables, all bandaged up. There's the girl Amelie, who is running between tables, serving food and drinks. And there's of course the tavern owner. So, what's your course of action?
I take a seat at a table and wait for Amelie to come over.
Alright.
Doing the same.
You also see Horst Stoiber, the valet to the Lang brothers, who is casually sipping beer, standing near the counter. When you've entered, he sketched a salute towards you.
I nod to him.
In a couple of minutes, Amelie, who has obviously a lot of work to do because the inn is filled to the brim, walks over to you. As usual, she's very nervous. You can see that, you know, she's almost scared. In fact, it's not nervousness. She's scared. Yes, how can I help you?
What's wrong?
Just a lot of work, Herr Halfling. Nothing unusual. Can I serve you, fine gentleman, anything?
Yeah, some wine for me and soup and bread if you have any.
Of course. And for you, good sir? She asks you, Matthew.
Same, the same.
Right away.
I wanted to ask you something
Yes?
about your previous employer.
Oh, well, what about it?
His where did he spend his time? Like, who did he associate with? We're trying to piece together what happened.
She looks around nervously, you can see, and I mean, you are speaking about Herr Reise, yes?
That's right, Mr. Albrecht.
Yes. Well, I mean, he was the guild master, so he obviously spent a lot of time with other members of the guild, the brothers Lang, the two poor guild members that have been killed in the fire, and with Lothar Hoch. Why are you asking?
Oh, we're just trying to piece together what happened.
Well, there was a fire which killed Tilman Manholt and Heinrich Kummel, both of whom were guild masters. I mean, one was guild master, one was guild member. Also, poor Father Victor Weber, the priest of Moor, also died in that fire. And, well, and of course, Herr Riese himself. Riese, sorry. It's Albert Riese.
Did he own any other properties in town?
He had his house. But other than that, no.
Okay.
You see that she's getting increasingly nervous as you speak to her. She casts glances sideways, and finally she says, "I'm very sorry, but I need to go back to work."
I understand.
She practically runs away from you.
Okay. I put 1 silver on the table. On the table.
All right. When she comes back with your food and drink, she snatches the silver, bows, and then returns to her duties.
Okay.
You eat.
So.
Yeah, you eat your meal, you drink your wine, which has been watered down, of course. No surprises there. You see that the strange kid, Gerner, is also sitting in the tavern, once again reading his book. It's like these people are in a state of endless cycle, you know, of doing the same things over and over again, day after day. And just like before, you can clearly see that they are nervous. Most of them, actually. Most of the people here.
I take my soup
Alright?
and go to the table that Wolfgang is at.
Wolf. Alright.
Yeah, the hunter, bitten by that. Mm-hmm.
You go to Wolf. His two-handed axe is leaning against the wall. He looks at you. Oh, one of my saviors. Hello, good sir. Please sit.
How are you, young man?
Oh well, I've been better, fortunately. I've been patched up a bit. But Ulrich's my witness. I'm not going out anytime soon. Not until these damn wolves have been dealt with. I hope that Gilbert Good will do something about this.
You said that you will lead our way to... I forgot the name of the city. Ursula's. You said you will lead our way to Ursula's.
Yes.
Okay. You said that you're afraid to leaving the inn, but you will lead us to Ursula's. Great.
Yes, after the wolves have been dealt with, of course I will.
Ah, okay. I understand now.
I mean, if Gilbert Good won't do anything about it, then, you know, maybe you can do something about it.
Who is Gilbert Good?
He's the ruler of this town, in absence of the Margrave.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't talked to him yet, have we?
No?
Oh, wow. More clues to find. Okay.
What's his name? Gilbert?
Gilbert Good.
Good.
Good, that's right.
I have a question to you, Wolf,
Alright.
or even a request.
Request from me.
Yeah.
Very well, I'll try to not disappoint you. After all, I'm in debt to you.
Do you know well that Emily, the waitress?
Amelie? You see
Yeah.
that he immediately started looking at you with a bit of tension. You know, not exactly hostility, but what do you want from her? She's a sweet girl.
I want you to ask her something.
Oh. What? I mean, Believe me, I would like to ask her many questions, if you get my meaning.
Ask whatever you want, but please ask also this. Ask about Albrecht Reiser,
Alright.
the guildmaster.
And but what exactly should I ask her?
I lower my voice.
What?
So I want to lower my voice so only he can hear me.
Alright.
You heard that Rises survived the fire?
What? What are you talking about?
Be quiet,
Oh,
stupid, stupid man. Be quiet.
When you called him stupid man, he immediately, you know, just turned his face to stone. Now, sir, please, watch your words. I'm indebted to you, but I won't allow you to call me such things. I may be not the brightest needle in the haystack, but I'm definitely not stupid.
Great. So you understand the importance of what I said to you.
Don't worry, I'm not going to tell everyone about this. I understand that you want to keep this a secret. I'm just surprised because... And he also lowers his voice. Because, well, many people died in that fire, including our priest of Moor and 2 guild members, prominent guild members, aside from Rizzo, of course. How do you know he's still alive?
We heard about that from a good source, and somebody asked us to recover his chain of office.
Very well.
And
So
we want to find him, and I asked you for help.
you want to find him? He looks at you.
Can I see on their faces that they're talking about something serious?
Well, you see that first they talk rather normally, and then I mean, you didn't exactly hear what they were talking about, but then you saw that sorry, Harald, yeah, lowered his voice, told something, you know, to Wolf, and Wolf got this shocked look on his face. So
Okay,
you probably know that. I mean, that he told him something very shocking. And now,
okay.
you know, they are speaking like conspirators. Sorry. Yeah.
I just want to stare at Wolf.
All right.
Like, not like intimidating, but like, yeah, this is serious. You know?
Well, but I mean, you see it at your table.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he doesn't even notice you. I mean, he's speaking with Harold, and all his, you know. Basically, it's only about the conversation between Harold and him right now.
Okay, I'll get up and go over there then.
All right, Harold, please continue.
Emily is afraid of speaking about Albrecht.
It's not about Albrecht. It's not about Albrecht. She's afraid. You don't understand.
So, tell me.
At that moment, Sally comes to your table. He looks at you, Sally. He looks at Harold, and he says, "Look, Emily's afraid because almost every people that got close to her in recent days, well, let's just say they've all met some incidents, including me."
Why do you think this?
I mean, you know, I really like Emily, like really like her, if you know what I mean. She's a sweet girl, and I want to protect her because she doesn't really have any family here. And after the guild got burned down, well, she's working very hard. I would like to take her away from this town, maybe to known or to outdoor even. You know, I would find job, and we could start family. But Amelie is
I could help.
afraid. You really could help us with that. You know, suddenly he looks really interested.
First, you have to help us.
I will do what I can, but you know, I just, well, it's true what I've said. Anyone who got close to this girl, well, died, except for me, and I would die too if you hadn't intervened.
But what connection does the girl have to the animal attacks?
I don't know. Amelie never went to the forest. She's afraid of wolves. She's afraid of dogs even. I have no idea. You know, people began murmuring that maybe she's a witch. But
Sounds more like a curse. Like whatever she fears comes true.
yeah, that's true. Besides, I know her most of my life, and I know that this girl is no, you know, old hag's apprentice. Sacrificing babies in the forest.
Give up this mumbo jumbo, and let's talk about something that's true.
Very well. What do you want me to do? You want me to ask about Ryza? I can do that.
About the guild members. She knows all of them. She knows all of them. Which one of the guild members could help hiding Ryza?
That's a tricky question. I mean, I can ask her, but if she will answer me this, I don't know. I will try, but not right away. She's got a lot of work to do. I will ask her after she finishes working today.
I'll be glad if you help.
I can do that if you promise me the help with, you know, with traveling to some other city.
You help us find Ryza, we'll get you to wherever you need.
Alright. I don't think it's wise to remain in this town for long, because after Herman Mach, the Margrave, went to fight the horse in the north, his replacement, Gilbert Good, is not, well, he's not really doing any job. You know, just sitting in Margrave's villa, and, well, he does not do anything really.
So are you suggesting that could be a place to hide Albrecht if Albrecht had arranged this beforehand?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, guild members and the Margrave were, well, let's just say they were never exactly on good terms. I don't think he would be welcome there.
Like in Salzament, the town of my origin, the guild masters never lied with the elector.
What elector?
Prince, you know.
Oh. I don't know if you knew the prince.
The same is here. The rulers do not like the merchants.
Well, that's probably true. But, I mean, you can go to Gilbert Good and try to talk to him, although Ulrich's my witness. Many of us tried to do that, but since his accident during hunting for bandits, he never went outside of his residence, never spoke to any of us. That's why this town is falling into chaos. Hell, people are saying that it's because of Good's incompetence that the whole burning of the, you know, of the guild took place.
Hmm.
So, well, basically, Wolf is telling you that he will help you. He will speak to Amelie after her work is done. So you guess that he'll be able to tell you something later today, in the evening or tomorrow morning.
Okay.
You still have some time to kill before that.
What's closest to here? Is the mill close by?
Mill?
Or any of the other guild members' houses?
To the inn, the closest. Well, House of the Twins is fairly close. Margrave's residence and local barracks are fairly close. The Hoch House and mill is a bit to the northeast. It's located near to the slaughter yard. And that's about it.
What do you think, Harold?
We can go and observe if somebody sneaking around the mill and delivering rice or food. If he's hiding in the construction under the things that crush the grain.
The rafters.
Raptors. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go get Gennaro off of guard duty so he can come with us.
Alright.
Okay.
So I go to the stable to get Gennaro.
Yeah, he looks at you. Oh, boss, yeah, boss. Everything's clear. No one tried to touch the cart, yeah.
Good. Are you hungry? Do you need to eat anything?
Yeah, I could eat something, you know. I could eat a horse, yeah. A stallion.
Okay, good.
Italian stallion.
Go send for Harold's brother to take over, and I'll watch for now. You go eat something, and then we're gonna go check out the mill.
Right. I will do that, thanks. He basically ran, in the direction of the inn. Not too long after that, he came back with Harold's brother, who also had his meal. All right, I was told that right now I will be taking the post here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gene's coming with us. Might run into some resistance.
He looks at you. Are we expecting trouble?
Maybe.
Okay.
Alright.
Down we go.
He looks at you, Harold. Well, be careful then, brother.
Be careful, Sigismund.
Right. And he takes his post. So, where are you boys going now?
To
Well-
the mill now.
It's still bright, so maybe the mill isn't the best idea. Oh, but I said that, so let's do that. Won't change my mind.
I didn't get that last part. What?
Now I think that going to the mill and see if nobody is delivering rice or food is a bad idea because it's still day and it's still bright.
We can't really do much at night. We'll be fighting wolves the whole way.
Yeah, you're right.
So we should at least have a look around. If anything's suspicious, we'll go further.
Yeah. So maybe you go seek for something suspicious with Nero, and I will make the guards or the owner of the mill doing something. I will ask with him, talk with him.
What?
I will keep him busy. I will keep the mill owner busy so you can seek for clues.
Okay. I think he's dead though, isn't he?
Mill owner? Hoch?
Yeah.
No,
No.
Yeah.
Hoch is alive.
Oh, okay.
This one
Okay.
is alive.
Brothers Lang and Hoch are the only guild members still alive.
Oh.
Okay. I got you.
Alright, so, Harold, you are going to the mill.
Wait, this is our employee mill then.
What?
What?
The brothers. This is our employer's mill, right?
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my
Fox
god.
mill. Fox is the mill and his house is near the mill.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
It's the same building.
Mill is connected to Lothar Hoch's house.
Okay. So I will go to the house and knock the door.
Alright, so you're going to the house of Lothar Hoch. And Sally, where are you going?
I'm going with him.
Oh, so
No, you have to seek for clues. I will make him busy so we can check the mill.
Right, but we're going to the same place.
Yeah, but
I
we can't
think he
go-
wants us to break in, boss.
Yeah,
But-
I know.
You can't go at the door in the same moment. You know.
Okay, if you want a 5-minute head start, go ahead.
Okay.
Alright, so basically Gennaro, you and I mean Sally and Gennaro are holding a bit back while Harold goes to the front door. Lothar Hoch's house is quite impressive. It is indeed connected with the mill. And you can see that it's one of the bigger houses, of course, in the town, since Hoch is a guild member. So it's natural that his house is rather nicely built. Basically, it consists of a freestanding townhouse next to a granary and a windmill. The house is 2 stories high. So you go to the door. You knock.
Between granary and a mill, you have to have many rats.
Perhaps.
Okay, I knock. Or if there's a valet outside.
You knock at the door. In a minute or two, a voice from the other side. Yes? Who's there?
I am Harald Hildebrander. I'm a ferry captain. Well, I'm working for a merchant, and I'm here to ask you in business. Talk about business. We are shipping a cargo to Noon. If you want to sell something, we can ship it.
The door opens and you see a tall but rather corpulent man in his late 30s, although he looks much older. He's got graying hair and mustache. He's dressed like a successful merchant. To his belt is tied a sword and a pistol. He looks nervously at you. Who are you again? Who do you represent?
I am Harald Hildebrander. I represent three merchants. Salvatore Sabatino from Tilia.
Yes.
We
And
want to ship a cargo to Noon, and we want to speak about business.
alright, roll for your fellowship, Harold. Because this man clearly does not want to talk to you. You can see. Alright. I'm very sorry, good sir, but I'm terribly busy. I can't really help you right now. I would appreciate if you would come back sometime later, maybe in a few weeks. Then we could talk business. Goodbye. And he
We will leave the city soon.
basically he slams the door in your face.
Okay, right.
Sally, you are you are walking with Gennaro towards the mill. Like I said, this house is a freestanding house. It's rather big. As you make your way towards the mill, you can see that there are workers there. You know, carrying sacks of flour, getting rid of rats. Gennaro looks at them and says, boss, yeah, it will be hard, yeah, with all those people.
I agree. Maybe we should check that out last, because they'll probably be ejected from the premises right after that.
That's a good idea, yeah.
I mean, I could play it off if we get caught, but... Yeah.
Yeah.
We should check it out, but let's do it last, because we're not going to be able to check anything out after that.
Alright, sure thing, boss.
I guess I want to check around the house, like peek through windows, look for anything suspicious, if there's any cellar doors or anything.
Alright, you check around the house. Alright. Basically, you've snooped around the house a bit. No, there are no cellar doors outside. The windows are have all glass in them, which, you know, is a rare thing in such a village. It also talks a lot about wealth of a person who can afford such thing. They have crates in them as well. Inside you don't see much because it's very dark, not to mention that there are drapes covering the windows. Suddenly you hear a voice behind you. Hey, you two! What are you doing here? You see one of the workers who is in the process of buckling his pants. Apparently he went for a leak. This is private property! Get out of here!
I was actually looking for the foreman.
What?
I was actually looking for the foreman. Can I speak to him?
We don't have a foreman. Why do you want to
You
speak
don't
with
have a
him?
boss?
Huh?
You don't have a boss that oversees your work at the mill?
Herr Hoch oversees our work.
I'd like to speak to him.
Well, I don't know if he will, you know, want to speak with you. He's got a lot of his head lately.
Okay, well, I'll just get to the point. I just want to take a look at some of this flour before I make the purchase that I'm going to be purchasing.
Well, then you should speak with him, not with me. And besides, if you want to look at the flour, why do you try to take a peek through the windows to Herr Hoch's house?
I knocked at the front door and there was no answer. I was just seeing if anyone was home.
Roll for your fellowship.
I'm pulling it up.
How many fellowship do you have?
I'm looking right now. It's come on. 35.
Yeah, if you want to speak to Herr Hoch, I suggest you try the door once again. But don't snoop around here. This is private property.
I like to get a good look at my product before I buy it. Not the product that the person selling it has prepared for me to see, but, you know.
Yeah, you see that basically around 3 other guys joined this man. They are all tough men. Their clothes and skin and hair are white with flour, but they also held cudgels in their hands.
Easy. There's no need for that.
What's going on here, Gintel? Is this half-man giving you any trouble? Sneers one of them. No, I saw him snooping around the windows to Herr Hawk's house. Snooping, eh? Little rat, says the man. Get out of here! Before I break a few of your bones. And with that,
I want to start
the man
walking away smiling.
Yeah, good that you did, because the man began, to walk towards you with obvious intent. Of course, Gennaro is, scowling at this whole situation, but he also knows that acting brashly is not a good idea, so you just make your leave. Where do you guys meet? Because I assume that you want to meet after that.
I guess out on the
I
street.
wait in the street. I wait in the street for them.
Alright, in the street, the nearest
Near the-
street to the...
Yeah, near the house.
well, like I said, it's a freestanding house, there are no streets. It stands on an open patch of land, basically.
Okay, so I go back to the first building that's really in town.
Alright. Sally?
Did the guy that threatened me, did he have any distinguishing features?
He was big,
Like-
he was... he had, scars from pox on his face.
Like, if I saw him somewhere, I'd recognize him?
Well, you probably could, although, he's not very remarkable and he was covered in flour.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to keep an eye out for him when he's by himself.
Yeah, I understand. So, where are you going now?
Harold, we didn't get much at all.
So you're going back to Harold?
Oh yeah, I thought we already met up in the street.
Right. You basically, Harold, you see that two of them, just go back to you. Gennaro is red on his face from anger. And, he's telling Sally, yeah, I'm gonna get him, boss, yeah, I'm gonna get him right, yeah? And
Yeah, when we see him by himself.
calling you like that, what a bastard.
The merchant is very scared. He doesn't want to leave the house in a few weeks.
A few weeks?
Yeah.
What did you say to him?
I said we want to make a bargain and go to Nome with shipment, and we can cargo his goods. But he wasn't interested in that. A merchant that don't want to trade is a weird one.
Did you give him an offer, like a number?
No, I haven't. I don't know the numbers. I'm not a merchant.
And he didn't even want to hear it, though. That's the interesting thing. For
Yeah,
a few
he
weeks.
didn't want to hear. Yeah.
Well, he's hiding something. The thing is, we're not going to be able to get in here, at least during the day. And coming back at night is problematic, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to go about getting in those doors. What do you think?
If you're not afraid, you can come here back in the night.
We're gonna need. I mean, that's basically gonna be a raiding party to do that. It's gonna be a lot of men to do it safely, and we're basically gonna have to bust his doors down with a bunch of people, and that's not very subtle. There's really no way to do it quietly if we bring that many people.
Yeah. Maybe we can. Okay, let's do something else. Maybe we can go to the Gilbert Good, the ruler of the city, and I don't know. Maybe the same plan. Maybe the same plan. I will keep him busy. You seek for something.
Well, I think if anyone's hiding anything, it's Hawk right here. I'm not sure we want to go breaking into the. What is the magistrate? What was he called?
Margrave. But the Margrave went up north to fight the armies of
Yeah, but the
barbarians.
Margrave mansion isn't really good. Good place to go inside without permission. You're right.
If we go, then we go with legitimate business, an excuse to get inside and look around.
Okay, so had some accident when hunting bandits. I can offer him my help. You know, I was a soldier. I know how to fight and.
So
Sorry.
you want to offer retribution on these bandits?
Or I can help. I will ask him if he need an officer to lead his men.
Good enough. And I'm somewhat of a recruiter myself, so I could help this cause.
Okay, so let's go.
So we're going to the Margrave's residence. Yes?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay.
The same with me. It's very windy in Poland, and I have to cough all the time.
What?
It's very windy in Poland, and I have to cough all the time like you.
Yeah, me too. Sorry for that, by the way. I'm still recovering from a serious flu. Anyway, the Margrave's townhouse was very near to your present location. It combines a stately dwelling for the town's ruler and a barracks for the local garrison, all surrounded by a high wall and gate. Despite appearances, you quickly notice that the building is all but deserted, the majority of the troops and servants having accompanied their lord to war with the marauders from the north. You see that there are few remaining guards, including 2 men dressed in the livery of the town with hauberks and steel helmets, carrying halberds, standing in front of the gate, looking obviously rather bored. As you approach them, they try to, you know, look serious, as if they're doing their best to protect the entrance to their lord's manor. I assume you approach them.
Yeah.
Halt! Says one of them. Who comes to the residence of Gilbert Gut?
This is your show, Harold.
Harold?
Hello?
Harold? Matthew?
Oh, sorry. I was speaking. I switched off the microphone.
Oh,
Cut, and forgot to put it on. I am here. I am Harald Hildebrander. I was a soldier in the Northlands army during the storm. I heard that your lord has some problem with bandits. I want to offer him. I want to offer him my help.
They look at each other. They look at you. What help, exactly, would you like to offer our lord?
I heard that the army of Raitland went north to fight the chaos, so you have no officers. I am an officer. I can lead men to fight.
Well, they look at each other. Why do you really think we would need help from you, Northerner? We have our own.
Why are you making
here.
decisions for your employer?
He looks at you with undisguised hostility. Watch your tongue, halfling. I'm not making decisions for my employer. But my employer does not wish to be seen. He is in very painful condition because of bandit scum that he tried to hunt down in the forest. I know, I was there with him when that happened.
So we are offering him revenge.
They once again look at each other. Okay guys, basically just roll your fellowship, because without that they won't let you through. Harold, you've got... Oh, no, never mind, alright.
No, a really bad roll.
Yeah, maybe you'd like to spend your...
Luck points.
Luck points, yeah.
The same.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm a really bad thrower.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
Alright.
Because we need help here. God! Can Gennaro?
Alright, I can try. Oh, he did it.
with a mean stare.
No, actually, a minister would probably end with him being impaled on the halberd. But basically, you know, he comes in and just begins to speak. Yeah, guys, look, something. He just bombards them with words, you know, saying that Harold here is one of the greatest military minds he have ever saw, and that, you know, since the town is in such dire situation, it would be good for good to actually take any help he can. And he speaks so fast and with such passion that basically these guys just relent and say, all right. Look, I'm going to speak with her good now and ask if he will see you. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and then we shall see if he'll be willing to make an audience with you. Until then, stay here. And one of the guards, you know, just opens the old rusted gate and goes to the huge manor. After a couple of minutes, he returns and says, I've spoken to her good. He is willing to speak with you, but only for a short time. His health is not very good today. I hope you take that into account. And he looks very sternly at you.
Understood.
Then please follow me. You follow him into the manor, which obviously, even though it's the most outstanding building in this town, it has seen better days. There's a moat...
I'm looking for anything suspicious as I'm walking through.
What?
I'm gonna look for anything suspicious as I'm walking through, like just glance around.
You see
like,
that there are very few people, servants and guards here. This building is seriously understaffed and undermanned. And most soldiers and servants, you know, they're just walking around, pretending to work or to stand guard, but they are not really doing anything. Some of them are even drinking. You see a couple of soldiers drinking, you know, some wine from a dusty bottle. You see that the servant is taking a nap in one of the side rooms. Basically just there's no discipline, there's no urgency to anything. There's a moat on the walls, there's a thick covering of dust on all the furniture and under your feet as well. Eventually you reach the second floor and you enter a huge bedroom chamber, in which there's a huge bed with a baldachin draped over it. In the bed, under a few covers and furs, even though it's summer, lies an elderly man whose face is contorted in a grin of pain. He's sweating, he's very pale. Right next to his bed is a small cupboard with some medical instruments and various bottles sitting on it. Oh,
I'm gonna take my...
Oh, you're taking off your hat, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guard introduces you. Head good. This gentleman. These are the gentlemen I've talked to you about. They wish to speak with you. Very well, very well. You can leave us now, says the man, obviously in pain. Next to his bed also sits a thin man dressed in white. He has a small spectacles on his face. He's administering some medicine to Good. He drinks it, but, well, it doesn't really seem to work. Curses, man! For what I'm paying you, you're not taking this pain away from me. I'm sorry, Hergood, I'm doing everything I can, but, well, your injuries, they are very severe, and I'm afraid they are beyond me. Ugh! Be gone! Then... be gone, man! Leave me alone and come back later. I can't stand to look at you. You see, the small man just takes his doctor's bag and scuttles away from the room. He looks at you. Good, I mean. So, you're the troublemakers, eh? What do you want?
I am Harald, the son of Hildebrand. I was a non-commissioned officer of the 5th Blue and Green Regiment of Nordland's River Wardens. I fought during the storm of you-know-what, and I'm offering you help. Your soldiers are in bad shape, and I heard you have some revenge for bandits.
Help! Unless you're a Shalayan priest who can take away my pain, you're not offering me any help, man. I'm crippled. Almost.
Can I reach in my bag and pull out one cap?
Yeah.
And like set it on his nightstand?
Yeah. I'm almost crippled by the damn bandits. I don't want revenge against them, I want something to take away the damn pain. For Sigmar's sake.
Even the man in the most grievous pain cannot forget his duty. You have the duty for the Margrave, and you have to fill it out.
Are you presuming to tell me what I should do, peasant? He looks really pissed right now. And what the hell did you put on my nightstand? What is this? Are you a charlatan of some sort, halfling?
No, it's something that the pharmacists in my country would often prescribe.
Your country?
Yes, in Tilia.
Oh. And this is supposed to help me? How do I know if it's not a poison?
I would certainly show it to your physician that just left the room and see what he thinks. It is an alternative painkiller of sorts.
Really? Well, he looks back at you, Harold. You said that you could help with my men. How would you want to do that?
I was in army. I fought with men, arm to arm. I know how to lead people, and you people need some discipline.
And you think you can give it to them? Most of them...
I am an old soldier. I can try.
Assuming they would follow someone from the north. I don't know if you've noticed, Herr Hildebrander, but Northerners are not very... well, they're not very, let's just say, liked in the Empire right now. Doesn't matter if you're a Norse or one of Nordland's sons. I mean, you could try, of course.
I am from Nordland, you're right, but I'm also a son of Empire, and I fought for the Empire.
You don't need to tell me that. Tell it to my men. So, if I'd agree for you to help us, what would you like in return?
A ring of letters of office. Letters of office.
Letters of office. About what?
As I said, I am a non-commissioned officer. I fought for many years, but my regiment was destroyed by chaos.
Right.
This is pretty genius.
I need papers.
Right.
And you're an officer. Official. You're an official, and you can give me the papers of an office.
Right, and but these papers, they what exactly do you want them to be? I mean,
An officer license.
right.
A patent.
Tell you what, if you manage to whip my men back into shape, I might just do that. But I want results.
Well, we need one thing from you to start that.
Which
and
is?
those men guarding the front of your house, you need to make it clear to them that they work for this man right here.
Well, I have a couple of other men, not only the two guards in front of my house. I mean, it's not that you're going to be their superior officer. From what I understood, it's about you putting some discipline and training into them.
Yes.
Correct.
You see that he wheezes in pain once again. Very well. I will prepare a letter for Sergeant Ulcer, who is running my house guard, telling that your will is to be obeyed, at least until you finish the training of my men. But bear in mind, Herr Hildebrander, that they won't like, probably, a Northerner running things around here.
I understood.
Very well. Come back in an hour or two. Or, you know what, when do you want to start with the training? Today or tomorrow?
Today.
Today. So return in 2 hours. Until then I will prepare the letter and I will consult my medic about that strange mushroom you've put here, halfling. Now, just remember...
And if it works, seek
What?
me out. If it works, seek me out. I can get you some more.
Very well. Just remember that if it's poison, I will personally order your execution.
It's not poison.
You're a wise man.
In large doses, it can be lethal, which is why you need to do this with the supervision of your physician.
Very well. You can leave now. The guard outside will take you to the gate. Return in 2 hours, and we shall speak again. You see that he once again winces in pain. Ugh. Go, now.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Right. You too, Sally. Sally? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you leave the residence of Margrave, or Gilbert Good actually, who's standing in for him until he comes back from the north, if he comes back from the north, of course, I should say. You're wondering what to do next, and I would like to take a short break because I need to make myself some tea, since my throat is rather dry. I hope you guys won't mind.
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes sounds good.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Right.
Hello? Anybody there?
I'm back, guys. You're here?
Yeah, I'm here. Matthew's not yet.
Alright.
That was pretty genius. I didn't realize what he was doing at first.
Yeah, that was good. I like actions like that.
Yeah. Did you know what he was doing until...
Until he done it.
Yeah. That was pretty impressive.
I hope that we'll end this adventure today, and next time when Andrew is hopefully back with us, we'll start the adventure Noun.
Okay. Oh, a local guy on Facebook, I was talking to him about the Skype campaign,
Yeah?
and he's interested. I told him I'd talk to you about it.
Alright.
We're kind of maxed out right now, right?
Well, yes. I mean, we'd have to buy out the next slot.
Yeah.
But what about his availability and, you know, willingness to play and such?
I'll talk to him some more.
Alright.
I'm back, but eating an apple.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, that was pretty genius, man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you stand outside the Margrave's residence. You have 2 hours before he prepares the letter, and you know, consume another dose of painkillers.
What were those shrooms?
Sally?
Do what?
The shroom, what is it?
It's a madman's cap.
What is a madman's cap?
Well, I know that it causes hallucinations and some pain relief. Cause people to berserk and go into battle if you take a bunch of them. If he cuts a little piece off of it and administers it, he should have some pain relief as well as some fun.
Sounds like a cure.
I don't know about a cure, and he definitely doesn't want to do too many.
General looks at you and says, boss, was that really wise? I mean, you remember those crazy goblins with the chain and a bow who took those shrooms?
Yeah, they lots.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that this good guy won't take a chain and a bow and just rampage through the city, yeah?
Yeah.
That would be... yeah, rather...
Awesome.
That's not the word I'd use, but alright.
That's why his doctor's there.
Who just, you know, give him the whole thing. Next time you know the city has been destroyed. By a single old guy. Alright, sorry. You have 2 hours until the letter will be prepared. What's your next course of action? There's one location you have not yet visited, the slaughter yards, if you want to do this, of course.
Yeah.
Or
Might as well.
Yeah, or you can return to the inn.
I want to take some time with my family.
Okay. Me and Gennaro can go check out the slaughter yard, I guess.
We can do that, boss, no worries, eh? So, Harold, are you going back to the inn?
Yes, I am.
Right. Sally, you and Gennaro are going to the slaughter yards.
Yeah.
Alright. Harold, you've returned to the inn. Your family is sitting upstairs. You know, minding their own business, basically. Of course, they are very happy to see you. Asking if everything's alright. Asking where's the halfling and the funny alien man.
They have their own job to do, and I found myself a job.
Oh, that's great! That's great. And where is Sigismund?
Sigismund is in the stables. You can go to him if you want.
Maybe we show.
He's taking care of a cart with some cargo. We will go to Noon in the next days with some cargo. We will have the merchant, the halfling, Salvatore.
Alright, but wasn't there, you know, the problem with the wolves? Will he be safe?
The stable is closed. The wolves won't open the door.
I hope so, says your sister. You have a sister, right?
Yeah, I have a daughter. A son and daughter.
Alright, oh sorry, so says your daughter.
And my sister is in Norn.
Right, she's married to the ratcatcher guy. Yeah, forgot
Yes.
about that. Sorry, basically, Matthew, your character is the very first one in any of my Warhammer games that actually has a family with which to interact. So, you know, that's quite... that's something new to me. But I like it a lot. Alright, so basically your daughter says that she will go to Sigismund because she's bored sitting in the room all the time.
I will walk her there.
Alright. You walk her there, Sigismund is still there, he's, you know, drinking some thin beer with a couple of stable boys. When he sees you, he waves his hand. Oh, brother! Hello! I've just met this fine gentleman. They are a very nice bunch. As you can see, they even brought some beer.
Great. I brought you Malvin.
Oh, alright, so I have to watch over her, yeah? No worries. She'll be safe with me, you know that.
I know that. I I'm sure you will find for her some job.
But Dad, she says, I don't want to work. I want to play with the horses.
Playing with the horses is a job here.
Oh, you're no fun. No worry, Harold says Sigismund. I'll find her something to do. You can count on that.
Okay. Glad to hear that.
And with that you return to the inn, I presume.
Yeah. And I'm learning my son how to use the pistol.
But like actually shooting the pistol?
No, only how to reload it and how to clean it.
Alright, no worries. So he'll know how to bust a cap in someone's ass. Alright. Sally, you and Gennaro travel north, or rather northeast, to the slaughter yard. Basically, as you reach the place, you can smell it. It stinks, of course, of, you know, old blood, offal, and spoiled meat. Basically, the slaughter yard is a maze of ramshackle buildings in various states of repair, from the reasonably new to the dangerously derelict. It is... you can see that, well, it's a maze, like I've said before. A place one could get even lost in if he doesn't know it. You can see that there are a few people there, you know, working on the meat, wearing stained aprons, carrying cleavers. Although you can clearly see that the workers are only sticking to the newer buildings and avoiding the older ramshackle ones.
Are the older buildings out of sight? Like, can the workers see if I start sneaking around the older buildings?
They're rather back. They're rather to the back of the whole complex. The whole thing is you know, is very close to the town's edge. You can probably guess that that's what brings most of the wild animals from the forests around, you know, from around the town, because the smell of blood is just intoxicating.
Okay. Huh.
Also, roll for your perception. You have bonuses, so you've made it.
Okay.
You see that a ramshackle fence has been built between the slaughter yard and the forest. A very ramshackle fence.
Okay, can I investigate it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So you and General walk to the fence. Well, it looks like it's been built by someone who doesn't really know how to do the fence. Nonetheless, you can guess that it would work to keep some animals at bay, but not a determined one.
So, I turn to Gennaro, like, could it be this simple?
Nah, boss, I don't know. I mean, look at it. A wolf could just jump over it, yeah?
They just have to build a fence?
Yeah, I don't know. Some cretin built this fence. Suddenly you can hear a loud cough. Who are you calling cretin, dipshit? You turn around?
Yeah.
And you see a massively built, with veins pulsing across his bare-shaven head, man. He cuts an imposing figure, especially since he's dressed in his leather apron and he carries a massive meat cleaver, almost the size of an axe. What are you two doing here, eh? What are you doing with my fence?
A hunter friend of mine said he tracked a wolf back to this fence.
Really?
That's how I got to town.
And what hunter friend that might be? Huh?
Wolf.
You know...
He was attacked in the head, actually.
Yeah, I've heard about what happened to him. I am Emil Fair, Chief Slaughterman of this yard. Who are you and what do you want? You don't look like people who want to work in such conditions.
I'm just trying to solve problems.
With the
What would it
wolves?
take to put a better fence along here?
Finally good sent someone to do something in this goddamn town? Oh, praise be to Ulrich. I've petitioned him for weeks to build a fence.
To build a fence?
And finally I had to do it myself. I know it's not perfect, but I'm no carpenter, I'm a butcher.
Understandable. So, how much to get a proper fence built along here? To take a day off of cutting meat, you and your men, and just build a fence. I'll pay for the lumber. How much?
We won't be able to do that, Halfling, are you mad? We will need a carpenter. A few carpenters at that. And we should build a palisade and not just a simple fence. The animals come and go as they wish. They've already... well... some meat and offal has been stolen from the derelict section of the yard. And
Are there any animals right now?
right now? No, I don't think so. I mean, I think there are animals because who else or what else would steal the meat? It's also the animals that had to kill 2 of my slaughtermen in the last 2 weeks.
But if we take a look over there?
In the direct part?
Yeah.
Be my guest, just be careful. I mean, I'm beginning to believe that it's haunted, actually.
Can you show us around?
Oh, no, I'm not going in there. No, sirree.
Do you know anyone that knows the inside of there pretty well?
Let me be frank with you. I'm the chief slaughterman, that means that I'm responsible for my men. I'm not going to send any of them there unless it is absolutely necessary, and indulging a halfling and some... I don't even know who you are, man, is certainly not necessary.
I want to take a couple silver out of my pocket and ask if they'll do it off the clock for that.
He looks at this, he looks at you. No way. You see that this man is scared, basically. He plays tough, but he's scared.
Are there any vagrants or anything that you know of that stay in there?
No way. I mean, the derelict part was first built many years ago, but then we began to expand and so moved to the newer buildings. No one stays in there because, well, honestly, it stinks. No one would be able to live there for long before, you know, he'd become sick.
Have you considered burning it?
No, it's not a good idea. I mean, first of all, fire can be tricky, especially since we're in a forested area. And second of all, you never know when those buildings might come in handy, actually. I mean, I hope that when Margrave returns from the north, if he returns, he'll just set things straight and, you know, maybe order some people to renew the buildings or even expand them. I mean, I'm pretty sure that that bastard Good won't do that. He's sitting on his ass all day and doing nothing in his residence.
He's a very sick man right now.
I don't care if he's sick, man. It's his Ulrich damn duty to lead us, his people, in the absence of the Margrave, and he's not doing that. That's his duty.
What do you know of the bandits that attacked him? Did you hear about that at all?
Yeah, I heard. he was hunting them with some of his men in the forest. I've heard that he fell off the horse and got severely wounded by the bandits, who swarmed him. From that point on, he's just lying in the bed, doing absolutely nothing to help this town in its hour of need. Useless man, if you ask me. I really hope that Margrave will return soon. He had balls. You know, he could make decisions. Good is just weak.
I'll return in a bit and we'll figure out what to do about this fence here.
Do as you wish. And
okay,
with that, he basically returns to his work.
I want to go back to the inn.
All right. You come back. You get back to the inn. You go back to your room.
I'm gonna go meet up with Harold.
Yeah. So you see, Harold is teaching his son how to use the pistol.
Yeah, point it at the floor.
Harold, you see that Sally has returned.
So how are you?
Good. Went to the slaughter yard. Looks like the animals are all getting in through a ramshackle fence. The smell of rancid meat is just disgusting down there, and I think that's what's pulling them out of the forest. The owner of the slaughter yard said he petitioned the Margrave weeks ago or months ago for a palisade to be built, and he hasn't done anything.
You mean a palisade around the city?
Yeah. There's a derelict portion of the slaughter yard that is suspect. I couldn't get in there. It looks like I'd get lost if I went in with just me and Gennaro. But I feel like something might be going on in there. There's probably some animals in there. Maybe the bandits even, who knows. But nobody wanted to go near it.
Maybe we will have force to do that soon.
What, like build the palisade?
With the help of the soldiers and servants from the mansion.
That's definitely a way to get them disciplined. Something repetitive and manual labor.
Yes, you're right.
Let's start with that. So, when you go to command these guys, it's not going to take you seriously. How do we react to that?
I will show them my back.
You'll show them your what?
My back.
Your back.
Yeah. That's quite impressive. You should come there too.
I plan on it. We need to whip these guys into shape. If they don't even take that seriously, I think you should fight one of them. The biggest, baddest one.
Fighting one of your soldiers isn't a good idea.
Well, if it's unarmed combat and it's clearly a sparring match, it's just a way to win their respect.
Maybe. But remember that I'm a shooter, not a brawler.
Well, Gennaro here knows what to do with his knuckles.
Yeah, sure thing. I can beat someone with them.
So let's go get these papers.
Yeah, I will have to soon go there to start my job.
So you go back to the bar. I mean, to Good, right?
Yeah, if the time is right, I go there.
Yeah, the time is coming for you to go there, and you know, begin your work. Sally, are we going with him?
Yeah.
Right. So you and Gennaro and Harold, you go to the Margrave's residence. As you approach the gate, you can already see that the guards open for you. One of them is once again leading you through the decrepit house to Margrave's bedchambers, where you can also see the doctor speaking with him in hushed voices. As you enter, the good, who is, well, he clearly seems better, is looking at you with a wide, almost maniacal smile. Ah, you returned! How nice to see you! That thing you've brought, it really helped me. I mean, my doctor says that I should be very careful with taking it, but what the hell, I feel just fine. I think I will get more. Where can I get more? Please tell me, Mr. Halfling.
How much do you need?
How much can you give me? You see that he's basically stoned off his ass.
Okay, I don't have the book in front of me. What's the going rate for a pound?
Oh man. Was it in the Old World's armory or where or what?
I think so, yeah.
Oh crap. Oh, I need to open it and find it, which it had to be here. It was no, not animals. Oh, here it is probably. No. Oh yeah, it's 30 gold crowns.
Per pound?
I think so.
For a shroom.
Okay.
No, it's for shroom actually, yeah. 30 gold crowns for a shroom. So,
I'm
yeah.
resort to my my drug days here. Like there's 3 to 5 caps and an 8. Jesus. And
Yeah, it's an expensive addiction.
yeah, 8 times 3 at the low end. 24 times 30. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Wait a second, I'm going to use the calculator. 24 times 30, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's going to be 720 gold crowns.
720 gold crowns is
Yeah.
the market rate. For you, 700.
He looks at you with rather stupid look on his face.
I was
How
gonna inquire
much?
about his health, but
700?
yeah, yes, sir.
But I mean, where do they grow? It will be cheaper just to collect them.
Yeah, they're hard to find in this part of the empire. I've noticed.
I don't care. Holtz, come here. You can see one of the servants running inside. Holtz, listen to me. I want you to make a report about all the town's financial expenses and which one could we realistically cut to make more money, to save more money. Sir, but we've already cut nearly all. I mean, there are not many left. Do it anyway, man! Right away! Yes, sir, of course. You see the poor Holtz just goes out, goes outside. Right. I will find that 700 crowns for you, halfling.
Okay.
It will take some time, but I will.
I'll tell you what. You need to palisade wall built down by the slaughter yard. How much would that cost to get some master craftsmen up there to build it?
How much? Oh yeah, that butcher asked me to do that, but well, there were other things to do first. I guess 30 gold crowns to do a good enough palisade that could last years and would be reinforced. Something like that.
If you arrange all that, we'll drop the price down to 650.
He looks very impressed. It's a deal then. Just do you have any more on you right now?
I don't actually. I would have to arrange a meeting.
Oh, he looks disappointed. Shame, shame. But oh well. Let it be so.
When would you like to do the exchange?
Well, it would take me a couple of days. See me at the end of the week. Until then, Halls should have made all the necessary savings.
Okay.
Now, he looks at you, Harold, and he basically moves faster, more more firm. He hands you a paper. This is it. This is the paper that you show my men. It will tell them to obey your orders. How well will they do that? Well, it depends, of course. If you'll be able to train them, you'll get what you want. Harold?
He said to type on... Oh, he said... Okay, I went to the bathroom.
Crap. Yeah, not saw that. Oh well. Well, this is going nicely so far.
Yeah. So, out of character, I figure he's gonna rob this town to pay me, right?
Probably
So,
he is.
Knowing that, I kind of see an opportunity in dispersing the funds myself, because I don't need that much money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I'll win the town's favor in doing that.
Probably.
So,
yes.
I'll just go around and see.
I'm back. Sorry for disappearing.
Right, no worries. Good thinking, Brian, basically. Good thinking.
Yeah.
Alright, like I said, Matthew. Because what was the last thing you've heard before you went to the crop?
That Hergut wanted to cut the town's finances.
Alright. So basically, as he finished speaking with Sally, he looks at you, gives you a small parchment, and says, "Take this and show it to the leader of my men. Basically, it will allow you to train them, and it will well, they will have to follow your orders. Of course, how well will they do that is really up to both, up to you and them. If you manage to train them well enough, you'll have what you want. But if you fail, well, I guess you know what that means."
I know.
So what master craftsman would you use to build this palisade?
Well, we had to send for few. We don't have such people here in town. It would take probably at least a week for them to arrive here and to begin the construction of the palisade.
I guess we could start cutting some trees down and getting lumber in the meantime.
Yes, I will send a few of my men to do that and to conscript a few of the townsfolk to help them. I mean, after all, it's for their benefit.
Of course, yeah.
I've heard that these animal attacks have grown bolder in the last days, so yeah. Anyway, you can leave now and start training my men.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I assume we're staying at the barracks tonight?
Yeah, you go outside, basically.
When we are walking the corridor, I want to ask Salvatore, you're sure that giving him the cup was a good idea? The mushroom?
I am now.
You are now. Great.
I wasn't before.
You made a good client, but I think also many enemies in the city.
Yeah, basically, he will dry the city.
I understand that, but what's happening, he's not dispersing the funds to get the town taken care of. With this, he gives it all to me. I put the money where it's needed and help the town.
Okay, and
make a lot of friends in the process.
Yeah, I understand now.
And you know, we get rich while we're at it, so.
It's a very awful plot.
Yeah.
Now we are the bad guys.
No, we're not bad guys. That's a terrible way to look at it.
Okay, I'll go to the barracks with the document.
So, yeah, we need to get started with these guards. I think, and I want to whisper, I think Albrecht is at the Hawk House. He's somewhere on that property, somewhere with, like around the mill. They're hiding something.
Not the
animal attacks are definitely from this wall. So the last thing is Albrecht, pretty much. We don't know how to get in there.
You're sure that's not from the slaughterhouse? The slaughter yard?
He could be there. I was never in the derelict spot. I'm just going with my gut here. I think he's at the Hawk property. We know what to do about the slaughter yard. We're going to deal with that now. But if he's not there, then we know he has to be at the Hawk property. And how do we get on the Hawk property and deal with them without everybody knowing what's going on?
Oh, we can just storm the place, boss, says Gennaro. Yeah, just beat a few bastards up, eh? Just like in the old days, in Tylea.
If there's some dirt on Hawk, yeah, we would have to do this in the open.
Okay, so we are afraid that Albrecht, the Riser, will kill and leave the city. If I will put the guards on, he couldn't go outside the city because it will be guarded. It will give us more time.
So it'll trap him here, okay. Until we figure out how to get on the Hawk property in a discreet way.
Yeah. Okay, so I will go to the barracks.
Right, you go to the barracks, the building adjacent to the property of Margrave. It's behind the wall anyway. Apparently, you know, the men heard the news because probably the whole garrison is inside, which consists of 12 men in total, including the 2 guards you've met at the gate. There's a large man armed with a pistol and a sword breaker. He's got impressive mustache and impressive beer gut. You're guessing that he's the leader, your sergeant. Did you noted his name, by the way?
I'm not sure. It was Holster?
Oster, yeah, Sergeant Oster.
Holster.
He walks to you. I'm Sergeant Oster, leader of this men. I've heard that you're the one giving orders now, Nordlander.
Yes, you heard well. Those are my documents. You can read them now.
We can what?
Read them to be sure that that's me.
He takes the parchment. He apparently can read, which is rather impressive. As he reads it, his brow furrows. He's clearly not happy, but doesn't really tell you anything, you know, about it. Fine. It has Lord Gut seal, so I guess it's valid.
Yeah.
So then, lead us.
Great.
You know, there's clearly a mockery in his tone.
So, Sergeant Holster, have you said your men my name?
No, I did not have the opportunity to tell them that just yet.
So, soldiers, my name is Harald, son of Hildebrand. I am a Nordlander. I heard that you do not like Nordlanders, and I hope you won't like me too. I was a soldier in the 5th Blue and Green Regiment of the Nordlands River Wardens. Here we have no river, but I was fighting, but he was fighting the chaos the whole war. So I have some experience, and I wish to give it to you.
You see that they are clearly not impressed. To them you are probably just another peacock who's going to boss them around and show them how it's done. And besides, you're an outsider. So, you know, that's also not giving you any points in their book. But nonetheless, they are listening to you. Although you see a couple of smirks and, you know, rolling eyes. Very well. How should I entitle you, sir? Asks the sergeant. You have any rank? Maybe a general, perhaps?
Call me Sergeant.
Very well.
Sergeant Hildebrand.
Very well. So, Sergeant.
I ask you, Sergeant Holster, to organize patrols in the city.
Patrols? What for?
Yes. The townsmen are very afraid of the wolves.
Oh, that's bull. That's bull and cock's story.
Well, dear Sergeant, we fought with them, and we saw them, so I ask you to do that.
Very well, sir.
I want 3 men with weapons patrol the city.
3 men. The whole town.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I
That's only one. You don't have many men. Only one patrol. They will change in 6 hours.
Very well. What about the defenses of the Margrave's residence?
3 will patrol the city. 3 will guard the Margrave mansion. 3 will rest, and the other 3 will eat and prepare the weapon.
Out of character, he should just get a ball and chain.
Yeah.
He'll defend it.
Probably.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
sorry, the last 3, what did you say about them?
We will eat and take care of the weapon.
Oh, alright, weapon maintenance, sure thing. Alright, sir, you see that the sergeant is looking at you with, well, a bit more respect, actually. Your ideas are obviously sound to him, and he likes what he's hearing. Very well, sir. I hope you know that we don't have many black powder left, nor too many crossbow bolts and arrows. Most of our stock has left north with the Margrave and the majority of our forces.
Could you use one barrel of black powder?
How many guns you have? Muskets and pistols?
We have 2 muskets and 3 pistols, but one of them is almost certainly not working. And we don't have anyone here to repair it.
You don't have powder?
Well, we have a little, but only for a couple of shots. We've been relying more on our crossbows and bows, but again, we don't have many bows and arrows too. Not to mention that most of my people can't even use them effectively. I mean, we are more close combat fighters than marksmen, if you know what I mean.
Tomorrow I will give you some lessons with the gunpowder weapon. But now, please, Sergeant Officer, prepare the first guard patrol, and then join me in the Griffin's Inn for a bottle of wine.
Of course, sir. Right away. You heard, Sergeant. Prepare yourselves, man. You're not going to sit on your asses anymore. It's time to earn the Emperor's coin. You see that about half of the group is clearly not happy about their new duties, but the rest are quite impressed. Oh, you think that most of them probably believed you to just boss them around and such, but you proved to be rather reasonable, and they like that.
Okay, so I leave the barracks and go to the inn.
Alright. Sally, you go with him?
Yeah.
Alright. You are also impressed. Gennaro as well. He says, "Yeah, Harold, that was quite impressive, yeah. You could make a good man in the Mafia. Yeah.
You could definitely run a crew of your own, that's for sure."
I'm too old to be for being common warrior. I need to be a sergeant now. An officer. I was thinking of a mercenary band, Maybe that will happen in Norway.
You can call yourself whatever you want, but I think we're cut from the same cloth.
I'm not a halfling, friend. I'm not a halfling.
You know what I mean.
I know.
You reach the inn.
By going to the inn, I want to go to the stable to check is my daughter still there?
Yeah, she is. She is playing with Sigismund.
Okay.
As you approach, Sigismund, walks to you and says, "Brother, you think I'll be able to, switch my post with the Italian? I would like to eat something. It's been..."
You should.
Yeah, sure.
The owner of the cart should come now.
Yeah, the coachman. We should find him.
Yeah, he had the third watch.
Alright. I'll look for him and then go back to the inn.
Okay, so let's go together. I take Marvin on my hands, on my arms.
Alright.
And go to the inn.
Right, you found the coachman, he took the third watch, so you all return to the inn. Harold with his family and Sally with Gennaro. You can see that Sergeant is already waiting for you there, sitting at the table, but not drinking. As you enter, he gets up, walks to you. I've set up the patrol, and my men are doing the weapons maintenance right now.
Thank you, sit. I will join in a minute.
Very well, Sergeant. He sits back.
So I gave my daughter to Sigismund, and I so I want to speak with Salvatore. Sally,
Yeah.
maybe I will talk with the sergeant, and you ask Wolf if he knows something more.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to Wolf then. Oh wait, are there any other guards here?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to Wolf.
Alright, Wolf is still sitting there. You see that he's been speaking with Amelie, who quickly rose up and you know, returned to her work when she saw that you were coming near. Wolf is clearly displeased with that, but still he nods to you. Halfling, welcome.
Come on, Wolf.
So, how's it going? Any luck with your quest?
Yeah, it's coming together nicely. What about your end? What'd you find out?
Well, I've spoke with her, just like you've asked me to. And now, outside of the game, I forgot what the hell what was he supposed to ask about.
Harold or Matthew, that was your thing.
Mm-hmm. I wanted him to ask Amelie about who was the best friend of Riser.
Riser, yeah. So,
and
yeah?
That's the most important part.
No, something else or just that?
No, just that.
Alright. So anyway, he speaks to you, Sally. Of course, he lowers his voice. Alright, I spoke with her about that. It turns out that the Rise's closest confidant in the town was Lothar Hoch. That's his son over there, and he points at the kid with the book.
Really?
Yeah, really. Strange little man. He always kinda, you know, kept to himself. Never knew him well, not like I know Emily. So anyway, Koch is running the local mill. He's one of the guild members. His residence is not far from here, a freestanding house connected with a granary and a mill. If you want to find him, you can find him there. Although I must say I didn't saw him here or anywhere else in the town for past few weeks. It's like he's probably, you know, bottled up in his little castle. He smirks.
I'll bet.
Probably he's not feeling so sure after Rises and he coughs death, if you know what I mean.
So, about our original deal, I will obviously honor that, but...
I will, thank you. That means a lot to me, and to Amelie as well. I've told her about it, and she agreed to go with me.
For your own happiness, I'd like to propose an alternative ending here.
What do you mean?
What if this town turned around? What if jobs came back? What if money came back? What if this was a good place to live? Why would you run away?
Well, in that case, I mean, if there would be possibilities here and opportunities, I guess I could stay with her.
What's your trade?
Well, I'm a woodsman and a hunter, but you know, I can do almost anything. I could be a bodyguard. I could work in the mill. I could be a ferryman. I mean, anything to support my family.
What if I give you startup money?
You would?
Yeah, you stay right here in town, and I'll give you startup money as opposed to you guys going to Null.
That's very generous of you, Sir Halfling, but excuse me for saying that. Why would you want to give me money? I mean, you've saved my life, that's true, but you don't know me, and well, that's rather weird. I mean, this is the Empire after all. Almost no one gives anything to another person for free.
Well, would you ever forget it?
No, no. This is the thing I would never forget, and I would be in your debt for the rest of my life. But I am already in your debt for the thing that you've done back the other night.
No, we're friends, so just think of it like that.
I mean, with that money I could open my very own sawmill here. There's a lot of good wood around, strong wood. It would fetch a high price in Noun or in Outdorf even. Who knows,
And
maybe one day even the Emperor himself could dine at the table made from this wood.
I want to take 2 gold out, and I want to set it on the table.
You see that his eyes are like whoop, huge. That's a lot of money
Okay.
for a person like him.
Little business tip for you.
What?
We're gonna need a lot of wood in this town starting tomorrow.
I understand.
Round up as many people as you can, and start chopping down wood in the morning.
I will, but
And then
there's
be
one
the
thing,
first one to
Halfling.
deal.
There's the question of the animals. People are still afraid of them. Unless the attacks stop, no sum, no matter how huge, will persuade people to go into these woods. Not with the wolves, who have grown so bold to attack people on the streets of this town. I mean, I've grew up here, and trust me, wolves rarely attack anyone, even deep in the woods, and we never had a situation like that. People are too afraid to go there. Are too afraid to...
Even during the day?
Yes. Hell, I would not go there, even if I was fully healed during the day. No way.
Well, tomorrow the guards are gonna start chopping down wood.
The guards? You mean...
Yeah, they're gonna build a palisade wall around the town.
they
the
won't
animal.
do this in one day, Halfling.
No, I know it's gonna take some time. In about a week, a master craftsman is gonna come to town and show everybody how to assemble it. So this 2 gold, you could do a lot with that, knowing that information.
Very well. Very well. I will speak to people about this. And thank you, Halfling. It means a lot. And it's a huge thing that you've done for these people, for this community. In that case, I will stay here. Me and Amelie. Thank you.
And
again.
hopefully you have a happy family here.
Well, I hope so too. Roll for perception, Brian.
Failed that.
No, alright. No matter. So, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go meet up with Harold again.
Alright, Harold, you're...
I'm taking dinner with Sergeant Wilson.
Yeah, basically you're eating.
I want to make friends with him. A small talk.
Alright, so basically you see that the man got warmed up to you. Basically he saw you for a decent fellow, and as you are eating together, basically, oh, he's buying, so you don't have to write off any cash. He told you that he actually wanted to make his men do more in the town and around, but it was Good who always said no and insisted that the garrison should stay behind the walls of the manor, and that this is the reason why his men grew lax, because, you know, they didn't have the opportunity to do anything else besides just sit on their asses. And he's happy because now he hopes that they will come around and actually, you know, start doing something useful for the people here. He thanks you for that.
I asked him if he's local.
Yeah, he says that he grew up here. His mother was from Stirland, but his father was from this town. He loves the place very much. Basically, it's, you know, it's just it's a home for him, really.
Okay. So after we finish the dinner, I want to. I say that okay. So that's enough with the small talk. Let's start talking about business.
Very well. So talk.
Can you ask some townsmen to help the guard to make a city militia?
City militia. Hmm.
Yes.
Well,
They will
can
join
ask.
the guards and go with guard on patrols.
I can ask them about that, but you know, without pay, I doubt they do it. Especially with the animals running around, they'd be too afraid. If they would be paid, if they would get paid, maybe then.
The barracks have their. Do you have your own budget? The barracks have budgets. The guard, or you have to ask about everything. Her good.
We are paid by her god, but he's a old miser, and I doubt he would fish out more money for a militia, especially since he thinks that everything is fine in this town and that people are just exaggerating.
I understand.
But, well, you can always try to ask him, I guess.
Yes, you're right. Can you ask either way? Talk to those who have families, and everybody is afraid, and everybody can lose his family if the townsmen won't cooperate.
Well, Halfling,
Harold.
Sergeant Harold, I can ask, but if that will work, I don't know. Like I said, fear is a very strong factor in all of this.
I will appreciate if you ask.
I will
Okay.
ask, and well, hopefully people will be willing to help.
Okay, so pick in the morning. Ask the townsman about that, and pick the 6 most clever guards. So I will learn them how to use the gunpowder weapon.
Very well, I will do that.
Okay, so we will see tomorrow.
We'll see each other tomorrow then. Alright,
Yes.
it shall be done.
If some people want to join the militia, gather them at the shooting lesson.
Tomorrow. At
Yes.
what hour?
At noon,
At
12 o'clock.
Right. Fine, I'll do that. You have my word.
Thank you.
And with that, he finishes his meal, nods to you, and walks out. Sally comes to you after that.
Harold, we need to talk privately for a second.
Let's take a walk.
Let's go to the room.
Okay.
Boss, you need me to go too?
Yeah, come with us.
Right, yeah, right.
Remember that in the room there's my family. My daughter don't have to listen to that.
Yeah,
So
this isn't gonna be a nice conversation.
So let's take a walk.
Okay. So I'm whispering to you. That kid that's always got his nose buried in the book. He's Hawk's son.
Interesting.
That's how we get Hawk.
Well, you know, now I am an official, so I cannot. Okay, what's your plan first?
Okay. So when the kid leaves, he disappears for a little bit. A note shows up on Hawk's doorstep, your son for Albrecht, this location, this time. We don't lay a finger on the kid. We exchange, we get Albrecht, march him further into the woods, and put him in the ground, and get his chain.
Remember that I don't want to kill anybody. And... okay, we'll do this. I agree to that plan, but I have some changes. Some proposals. You will kidnap the kid. You will do, as you said, you will make the parchments. I will order the guard to look for the kid, and we will. Where can we search for him? In the slaughter yard.
Yeah, make sure the guard's looking in all the wrong places, if you know what I mean.
And maybe there's something in the slaughter yard that will. Maybe Albrecht is hiding there. So, if you will search it, score it, yeah, maybe we will find him by luck, you know.
Well, hopefully they'll just deliver him to us because, you know, I don't have kids or anything, but if that were my only hope of ever seeing my kid again was to give up the guy that I was hiding, I'd definitely give up the guy that I was hiding.
Yeah, right. But if Hoch doesn't have Albrecht, if he's not hiding him, I will search through the slaughter yard for the kidnappers, you know.
Can you write?
No.
Can anybody here write?
No, not really, boss.
Your daughter can, right?
My brother, but I'm not sure if he will be happy to write ransom.
How old is your brother?
Oh, he's 17, but he's a man, but oh.
Would he like a share of this?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a part of the job, so we'll have it.
I mean, that's really all he has to do is know something and never tell anyone.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I will ask him.
Okay, so it sounds like you're going to handle everything with the wall, with the guards, and I'm going to handle Albrecht and the kid.
I'm not sure the wall is a good idea to be built, but we will start to do something.
What do you propose instead?
We have a shortage of men. The guard is only 12 people. We have one patrol in the city is a very small amount. I will try to gather some militia and close the city.
I just paid Wolf 2 gold to round people up.
Good, maybe they will help.
Okay, yeah, you might want to talk to Wolf and let him in on your plan.
Yeah, maybe they will help.
So, I'll handle Albrecht and the kid. You handle the other side of it.
Okay.
The official side, and I'll handle the darker side.
Organize some paper.
Okay, yeah. Let me get this note written.
Alright, so your course of action, boys.
No, I go to sleep.
You go to sleep.
Yeah, it's not time to just
how much gunpowder are we giving up?
I wanted to ask you about that, but if you're ready to, those are barrels. Barrels. There are 7 kilos. How heavy are they?
They're pretty big, I thought. Like 6 barrels to a wagon type big. And we have 3 of them right now. We can get more barrels from the Lang brothers. Like, that could be how I meet with them in the end.
You know, only 3 kilos will be enough.
Yeah.
It's
Give them a barrel, and
it's about 300 shots. 3 kilos are about 300 shots, so it will be enough.
So how much powder will you give out?
How big are the barrels?
Like kilo each. They're small. There are the small barrels of gunpowder. You know, not huge.
1 barrel should be good to last them for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1 barrel.
Since they have only a few black powder weapons here.
Yeah.
And we can get more from the Lang brothers.
Yeah, that's also true.
Mm-hmm.
It could be our first legitimate business deal with them.
So you boys go to sleep?
Yeah.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
Alright. We go to sleep. You wake up another day. Go down, eat breakfast. By the way, you remember to pay for the food.
Yeah.
Or do you? I forgot. No, I think the owner of the inn. Oh, it was in the last inn. All right, sorry. Okay, so basically it's like 5 pennies for a meal.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Another day dawns, although it's quite rainy. There's also this weird feeling in the air. It's like this electric shock going through your hairs. It's like right before the storm. Not exactly pleasant. Perhaps the storm is coming. Anyway, your course of action.
So you will prepare for the kidnapping?
Yeah. We have to get the note, and then I have to find the kid. And then
So
you meet the guards around noon, right?
yeah, I will meet the guards. I will go to area, but and take the barrel of the gunpowder. I call Sigismund. I call my brother.
Right. Basically, he and your family, they've ate their meal. You know, a table at the next table. So he just comes to you. What is brother?
Hmm. Salvatore will ask you to write something,
Right.
and I ask you to don't ask questions and just write it.
He looks at you, you know, intrigued. Really?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I guess I can do that.
Okay. You're a part of the team. We are making money for traveling to Nome. Now, and remember that it will be weird for you, but don't be afraid. Nobody will be harmed.
He looks at you, you know, with an incredulous look. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Of course. Whatever you say. So, Sally, what's the thing that you want me to write?
I'm gonna go ahead and write it in the chat room for you.
Oh, and basically, where's the paper?
Yeah, first organize the paper.
I have to organize the paper?
No, Salvatore will do that.
Oh, I'm gonna find some paper real quick.
Right. How do you want to find the paper?
Yeah, I guess it's not readily available, is it?
No, not really.
Maybe the guildmaster have some paper.
Are there any books or anything? Does anybody have any books? We could just, or I guess that'll connect you to it. You don't want that.
You can always take the book the kid is reading.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but okay. So I got to get the kid first then. How is the paper harder to get than the kid? That's crazy.
Maybe ask the Lang brothers.
Okay, yeah. I want to send Gennaro to the Lang household.
Alright.
And arrange for more gunpowder and say we need paper first of all, and we need to speak in a day.
Alright, so you're sending General, fine. You've sent him, he went off. Half an hour later he returns. We shall see how well he managed. He returns with some paper and says to you that additional barrel, small barrel of gunpowder can be arranged.
Okay. Did they say when? Like the following day or something?
Yeah, following days sounds good, actually.
Okay. And we got the paper, so
Yeah, you've got 2 sheets of parchment.
okay, I'm typing it in the room.
All right.
I want to take a barrel of the powder and go with my son to the front,
All right.
to the barracks. About 9 or about 10, something like that.
But what, you're taking powder?
Yeah,
All right. 1 barrel, right?
yeah.
All right. You go with your son to the barracks. I presume at noon. Or before.
Before, about 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock.
Alright. You go to the barracks. The 2 guards are standing in front. They recognize you, of course. They salute you. Pretty nice, actually. They open the gate. Sergeant, they say. And they
Good
let you...
job. Good job, man. Okay. So
one of them takes the powder from you, saying that I can take it, sir.
Bring me all the black powder weapon.
Yes, sir. Right away.
I will inspect it.
He runs to the barracks. He returns with the with all the black powder weapons cradled in
I want to
arms.
inspect the weapon inside the building. Yeah, it's raining outside, so it's stupid.
Yeah. So you go inside the building. He laid the weapons on a table in the barracks. A couple of pistols, a couple of muskets. You check them out. You see that they haven't been used in a long time, but otherwise they're in good condition, fortunately. There's very little gunpowder in the barracks. That's true enough. But with your barrel, I mean that barrel is more than enough, you know, for.
What about bullets?
Yeah, the bullets. There's about. With the bullets available, there's about 15 shots for each weapon.
For each? Oh, great.
The bullets are not a problem. The gunpowder is the problem.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So. The sergeant is sleeping, or is he? Oh, he went to ask.
No, sir. He woke up. He made sure that the patrols, another patrol is on the way. Right now, he was speaking with her gut, but he should be back quite soon.
Okay. So I will go to her gut. Lead me, please.
Of course. This way, please. He leads you.
I leave my son with the guns so he can get used to the gunpowder gun.
All right. He becomes his his training once again.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you go with the soldier to the bedchamber of Gilbert Gut. Inside you meet Sergeant, speaking with the elderly man. He looks at you as you enter. They both look. Oh!
Can I interrupt?
What?
Can I interrupt, good sirs?
Yeah, I mean, there's no need, because as you enter, he looks at you. Oh, you're here, good. So I was just speaking with the sergeant. He told me about your idea of the patrols. I don't like the idea. It leaves the manor undefended. And he looks at you expectantly.
If the townsmen won't feel safe, they won't work. If they won't work, they won't pay taxes.
Well, I guess that's true enough. Still. Anyway. I gave you free hand, so I guess you know what you're doing. However, I'm not really sure how's that contributing to the overall training of my men.
In the next hours, we will make gunpowder lessons.
Oh, really? That's good to hear. My men could certainly use some practice. Although we don't have much gunpowder left, I was told.
I bought some gunpowder and brought it with me.
Really? He looks impressed. That's awfully nice of you. Thank you, thank you. Be sure to train my men well in the usage of these weapons.
I have a request connected with the patrols.
I'm listening.
We have only 12 men. I am 13.
Yes.
I ask you to ready some money to pay some militia.
What?
Six men for 2 weeks.
That's...
You said very well, Hergood. We have a shortage of men, and the mansion have to be guarded. Only 6 men for 2 weeks.
But it's more money to spend. Roll for your fellowship.
Okay.
Nice.
I have this. I don't know what I have.
How many fellowship do you have? Alright, you've passed it. Basically he says, well, given the circumstances, I guess I could spare some money for a small patrol of town militia.
They will join the guardsmen, so more guardsmen will be here.
Right, right. I will send people to town with the news about the recruitment. We shall see how many will answer, of course.
I wish Sergeant Foster to do the recruitment.
To what?
I wish Sergeant Foster to do the recruitment, so he can pick the people to the militia.
Of course, he Good says. You heard him, Sergeant. You handle this. Yes, sir. He says and looks at you, Harold, and nods. I will do my best.
Thank you. And I thank you for your kindness, Hergood. May I live with the sergeant?
Yeah, you two leave the house. I mean, yeah, basically the house. Probably. You go out. You go to the barracks, I presume.
Yeah, and I say to Oster, so get your men and come here. We will practice some shooting.
Right, I'll gather my men. Right away. Sally, what are you doing meanwhile?
Gather the militia.
I have the note now.
Yeah, you have. Basically, Sigismund wrote it, but well, as he was handing it to you, he didn't look exactly happy. He just said that I hope you know what you're doing.
No one's gonna get hurt.
I certainly hope so. I mean, if something happens to that kid, you'll pay for that. I hope you know that.
I do.
I was in the north, Halfling. I saw what those animals did to people, to kids. I don't want to see another dead child. I don't care if that hulking Tylian is protecting you. If anything happens to that kid, I'm going to rip your fucking throat out.
I wouldn't put anybody in danger.
See that you won't, or I'll kill you. And with that, he just turns around and, you know, marches away.
I let him go.
Gennaro just whistled. Yeah. You know what, boss? The funny thing is, I think he would be able to do it. I mean,
Yeah, he'd have every right to if I did.
Nah, man, no, boss. I mean, it's just in his eyes, you know. He's got the eyes of a man who saw too much.
Well, I know Ranald wouldn't stop him.
And yeah, and I hope that we, you know, we won't do anything bad to the kid, right?
Yes. The important thing here is how we catch him, and then the exchange. We need to make sure he doesn't get hurt in the process. So we need to get eyes on him, follow him until it's a good moment to kidnap him.
Right. Well, I guess we should wait till he gets here, yeah?
Yeah.
And then just tail him.
Yep.
Just smack him in the head, all proper like.
I don't think we'll have to do that.
Well, alright. But what if he'll begin to scream?
Can you punch somebody in the back of the head and guarantee you're not going to kill him? Because I know I can.
Yeah, I should be able to do that, boss. No worries.
Okay. And where are we going to keep him? Because we need to find a spot outside of town.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
The note says the forest edge on the south of town at sundown. So
we should keep him north, maybe near the temple of Ulrich.
that sounds good.
It's abandoned, yeah.
Yeah. Good thinking.
Yeah, that's what you're paying me for. Oh, by the way, you haven't paid me in a while. Huh.
Oh, everybody's getting paid tomorrow.
Alright. Alright. Yeah, so what's your plan? You're waiting for the kid?
Yeah, and or can we check out the Temple of Ulrich first, or am I pretty confident that's a good hiding spot?
Well, it was abandoned, and once you were there, because you were there if you don't remember, it actually was abandoned. There was no one there, because people are afraid of that place. You know, not only the fire of Ulrich has been doused, but also the wolves killed the priest of Ulrich. That's a very bad portent.
Yeah.
So anyway, in less than an hour, the kid enters the tavern, orders a small glass of wine, and sits with his book and begins to read, at the same place. You see that his table is always free.
Okay, I'm just gonna hang out and play cards with Gennaro or something.
Yeah. You can see that he doesn't really look at anyone except at Amelie when she walks nearby. He always follows her with his gaze.
Ooh, I have an idea. Okay, I'm gonna go and sit down next to him.
As you sit down next to him, he looks at you with undisguised hostility. What do you want?
Have you asked her yet?
What?
Have you asked her yet?
I don't know what you're talking about. He looks, you know, he looks
Girl, the
weird.
girl, have you asked her?
I don't know what you're talking about. Leave me alone, halfling.
I can help you get get Amelie if you want.
He looks at you with suspicion. Why would you want to do that?
Because I know that look. I was a kid once. It's never gonna happen until you ask her.
He looks nervously. Well, what's your plan?
I mean, we can't talk about it right here in front of her. She's gonna know something's up.
He looks at her, he looks at you. Alright. So, where do you want to talk?
Okay. You're gonna write her a love letter. But we're gonna go elsewhere to do it. I know a good hiding spot.
Fellowship check.
Yeah. That sounded better in my head than it came out.
Yeah, actually it sounded a bit creepy if I have to be completely honest with you. But you've passed.
Okay, thank God. Thank Ranald.
Alright.
Lucky roll.
Yeah, like, that's a damn good roll actually for a fellowship. Yeah. Alright, he says.
It worked.
Lead the way, halfling.
Okay, so we're gonna head down to the Temple of Ulrich with Gennaro in tow.
Yeah, as you walk, you know, the kid just has the book under his arm. He's got a cowl over his head because it's still raining. He's very lean, very gaunt, so almost skeletal actually.
You have something to write with? I know you know how to write.
Yeah, I have something. I have a bottle of ink and a feather with me. Writing quill. So as you get near the temple, you see that he's getting rather nervous. Why here?
Because no one's gonna look here. That's all superstition. I've heard it.
All right. I hope you know what you're doing. You enter the decrepit building, Temple of Ulrich.
Okay.
So, what should I write her?
Just start with the first rough draft. We'll look through it. You read it to us. We'll let you know what we think, and we'll hone in on the perfect love letter.
He looks at you rather incredulously, but begins to write. It takes him a good while to do so, but finally he's done it. He says to you, "Right, I've managed to do something like that." And he shows you the letter. Basically, it's horribly written, like a great rapist.
Well, I can't read it, but when he reads it to me,
yeah, it's actually horrible. It's like this.
I basically want to be like,
this kid is unhinged. He's clearly crazy. At least you get this idea from this letter.
I want to be encouraging about it, but like critique it a little bit. Like I want to keep him writing until we do this exchange, basically. You know what I mean?
All right. So you're saying that you're talking to him that he did a good job overall, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I need to get the note down to Hawk's house. Gennaro could stay here with the kid for right now, or Gennaro could take the note and I could stay with the kid.
Gennaro is showing you subtly if he should whack the kid over the head right now.
I shake my head.
All right. So Gennaro stays with him while you go to the house. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Or vice versa. Like, what's easier to roleplay?
Well, it doesn't really matter. I guess you just want to leave the note there and then leave.
Discreetly, yeah. I want to make sure no one sees me. Just put it on the door, knock, and then.
All right. Just remember that his house is in the open.
Is there a way to pay somebody?
You don't think that in such a small town anyone would be willing to do something like that?
What's around there where I could just kind of hang out and wait for an opportune moment when no one's looking?
You could try.
Okay.
So roll for your perception.
Think that passed?
He made it.
Okay.
You've waited for a perfect moment, hanging a bit back behind a large rock. And when you saw that no one was, was looking, was walking, you've run quickly to the door, left the note, and then just decided to scramble away, so no one would see you. And it worked.
Okay.
You
I'm
return
surprised, but it worked.
Yeah, you return to the temple, I presume.
Yeah.
Alright. You see that the the kid is reading another letter to Gennaro, who is just shaking his head.
What do you think, Gennaro?
Yeah, I think that's the greatest love letter ever written. Yeah, it's like it's awesome. Yeah.
I think the opening and the close needed a little bit of tweaking, don't you?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I think they're needed. Right.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to our friend real quick.
You mean to the kid?
No, I'm talking to I'm talking to Gennaro. I'm saying I'm gonna go talk to Harold, and I'll be back later.
All right. Harold. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you are giving the lessons.
Yeah. Have also brought some militia.
Yes. He came and he brought a couple of people, townspeople, 4 men and 1 woman, all rather young, most of them in shape. They've basically told you that they are willing to work for money. If the pay will be good, of course, because it's dangerous right now.
You will be paid.
Right. So
let's begin the lessons.
So you begin the lessons with firearms.
Yeah, but with the guards. I don't want the militia to join the lessons, because they're only militia there for some time over here. I want Ulster to arm the militians,
Right.
militants, and so they can join the patrols. So there will be 2 guards and 1 militiaman.
Per patrol, yeah?
There will be 2 guards in the patrol and 1 militiaman.
Alright, and the rest militia?
So they can now now they can go. They will be less tired. They will go more often for 4 hours, not 6 hours.
Alright. Fortunately, the barracks have a few spare pieces of armor and weaponry, so the militiamen and 1 militia woman are quickly armed and armored with halberds, cuirasses, and helmets. And Ulster begins to distribute the patrol schedule.
Yeah.
Quickly, everyone knows what they are supposed to do and when.
So I have also more time to learn them, because when there were only 4 patrols, I had small time because they had to do something. And now I have more time to learn them.
To teach them, you mean?
To teach them, yeah, sorry, to teach them.
Right. Right, so roll for your intelligence test to see how well you managed to teach them.
Okay. And I also teach my son.
Alright, he's there as well, sure.
Maybe a luck point.
All right.
It's okay.
Oh,
95, great.
they're hard learners.
Yeah, okay.
You see that they will require some work to, you know, to do.
Okay.
If they will be, if you need to, if you have to teach them anything.
I will try.
All right.
This not today. For
Yeah.
sure not today, but I will try.
All right.
And I stayed there, and the lessons will be 2 or 3 hours, something like that. And after that, I want to check the barracks. How are the soldiers living? How are they ill, sick, or do they need something?
The soldiers are actually fine. In fact, they are even the ones that yesterday were not happy, you know, about new duties, are now thankful for them because it allows them to do, you know, to do anything, to kill their boredom. So they're not complaining anymore.
I asked two men from the guard to teach someone the militia.
They've agreed without any problems.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Sally came to you alone. You were led to the barracks by one of the guards, Sally, and inside you've met Harold. Outside you saw a bunch of soldiers teaching a few townsfolk the use of weaponry. You also saw Harold's son standing there. Inside you've met Harold.
Harold, I need to talk to you.
We'll be out. We will go for dinner.
Of course, Sergeant. We will continue the training.
Okay. And Hildebrand, you can go back to the system.
Thank you, Father.
So let's go. Read.
Yeah. So basically, 3 of you return to the inn. You're speaking on the way, or wait until you get?
Yeah, we could talk on the way there. I'm whispering. Yeah, so everything went better than planned. We're working with the kid right now. We're doing the exchange at sundown. We could really use you with your marksman skills covering us from behind a rock. Nobody even needs to see you're there.
Okay. Wait. Wait, I can't go there.
You can, or?
Okay, I can go there. I can't, but I have to, so I will be there.
Yeah, then there's the issue of what do you want to do with Albrecht? I mean, I think he has to disappear for this to never come back on anybody. But I was thinking maybe you would know another way that I'm not thinking of.
Well, I don't know. The official should judge him.
For what? What evidence do we have?
Yeah, right.
And plus, we're kidnapping somebody in order to get him, so any legal channels are kind of out the window now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Okay, so I don't want to know what will happen with him.
And we need to think of a way so that the kid never talks about this. He's kind of nuts, this kid. I mean, we could say that we're like spirits or something that will disappear, or that will make Amelie disappear if he ever tells anybody about us, or I don't know. We could pretty much try anything at this point.
Well, first, let's see if Albrecht is there. And
At sundown.
if you stunned the kid, well, you will say to him that he got hit by a brick. You know, a brick fell from the wall, or it happens. You understand
Wait,
me?
what? No, no. Sam.
The boy is stunned, yes?
Yeah, he's kind of nuts.
Yeah, so if he got struck in his head, you can say to him when he wake up that he was struck by a brick.
Well, see, right now he's working with us. He's writing love letters over and over until the exchange. He thinks we're helping him get the girl. So we kind of have to deliver on that. And if we deliver, we could say that she disappears magically if he ever tells anybody about any of this. He's crazy enough, he might believe it.
If nobody comes to the exchange, there will be no problem.
So what do you propose we do then?
If nobody comes, well, you can still hit the kid, and I will search the slaughter yard for a brick with the guards.
I don't think we need to hit the kid. I mean, we could just roll with it.
So be sure that the kid won't go back to home this night.
Okay, he won't.
They will probably come with the problem with the disappearance to her goods or to me, to the barracks, and we will, so that Koch doesn't have Albrecht, maybe he's in the slaughter yard, and we will search it with the guards.
Okay, so after the exchange does or doesn't happen, you're gonna handle the slaughter yards.
Yes, only if they come to the barracks with it.
Yeah. Okay. So where do you want to meet me before the exchange? It's on the south end of town by the forest at sundown.
I will go there and hide somewhere.
So you'll be covering us?
Yeah.
Okay, make some bird sounds or something so I know you're there when we show up.
I'll just be there.
Okay. Alright, I head back to the Temple of Ulrich.
Alright.
I'll go to the... no, wait. Eat with me lunch.
First you probably want to eat something, yes. That's rather wise.
I have some food with me. We're just gonna hang out at the temple and eat.
Okay, so take some food to the temple.
Yeah.
Okay. So see you in the evening. I hope not. The best will be if you won't see me.
Too.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You go back to the temple, Sally. You see that the kid is still there. He's speaking with Gennaro. As you walk in, you can hear, "Right, I think I'm going back to my house right now. I'm pretty tired. Thank you for your help. Oh, Halfling, you're here. I was just talking to your Tylian friend. Thanks for the help. But now I'm rather tired. I should go rest."
Can I hear the letter?
Yeah, it's this one I think is the best, and he reads it to you. It's actually the worst of all you know, that he made.
Look, we're trying to help you. Let's do another draft.
Maybe later. You can find me in an hour or two after I get some rest, eat something.
Well, here I got some food. Let's work on this.
I don't want to work at this anymore right now, Halfling. I think I've made myself perfectly clear. His tone is, you know, a bit hardy.
Okay.
And he just, you know, moves towards the exit.
When he turns when he has his back to me, I want to hit him in the back of the head.
You have the concussive blow?
Actually, no. Gennaro should. I kind of nod to Gennaro.
He does so.
Okay.
And he... With one swift motion, Gennaro shortened the distance between himself and the kid, swung his club and hit him right behind his right ear. The kid basically just went down like a sack full of bricks. Whoop! Yeah, that was easy, boss. Reminds me of the old days. Good times, good times.
How old is the kid again?
He's about 13, 15 years old, something like that. He's very young. Younger than Harold's son.
I tried avoiding that for as long as we could, but he did a good job.
Yeah, we should probably tie him, you know? Sorry guys, 1 minute. Damn cold. Alright, I'm back. So what do you say, boss? Should we tie him?
Yeah, let's bind him.
Do you have rope?
No, we don't. But we're in the temple. Is there any fabric or anything?
Yeah,
any
there
textile?
is. Although you're wondering if that's not, you know, sacrilege.
I told Gennaro to use those, and I'm gonna try and get a fire going, where the fire of Ulrich is supposed to burn.
All right.
It's like superstition, you know what I mean? Like just to please Ulrich if he's listening.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's happy that you're beating kids in his temple.
You know, it's nature. Oh,
no, just business.
I don't know. I'm trying.
All right. Yeah, Gennaro tore off some fabric, and you know he basically just bound and gagged the kid.
Okay.
Harold, what are you doing meanwhile? In the meanwhile.
After lunch, I spend some time with family and then go back to the barracks.
To the barracks. All right.
And okay, and what's the situation there?
Well, the training is underway. You know, of course, you see that a few people are missing, soldiers and one militiaman, because they've been sent on a patrol. As you enter, Sergeant comes over to you and says that everything goes according to plan and that morale is high.
Okay.
Actually.
Well, so I stay in the barracks and I ask Sergeant to show me two men who can use gunpowder weapon.
He shows you two men. One of them was standing at the gate previously.
Okay. So I want to practice with them.
You practice with them? Alright.
Yeah, so I want to shoot that the best shooters are able already. And I don't want to make some empty shots, but real shooting the mannequin.
Alright, you do that. The rain, fortunately for you, subsided for a while. So, except that there's mud everywhere, at least, you know, nothing is pouring down on your heads. The men are actually quite decent shots with pistols and muskets. They almost always hit everything they aim at. So, you know, that's good. You're pleased with them.
Okay. Okay, so... wait, I have to translate. I don't know the word. Oh, wait, I congratulate their skills.
They are very pleased. You know, when they hear your words of commendation.
I go with them to Sergeant Bolster.
All right.
And ask him to. Those men won't go to the patrol. They will be the personal guard of the mansion, and they will be always under their gun.
Of course.
To defend her good.
Very well. Let it be so.
Okay, so I go back to the inn.
You go back to the inn.
So let's. Next day we'll make a shooting practice again.
All right.
With the bigger group, with the soldiers.
Yeah, guys, you know what? We'll probably have to finish here because I have to get up early tomorrow. I hope that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we are playing for almost 3.5 hours, so that's reasonable length. If Andrew will join us at the next session, then by the powers of Deus Ex Machina, he will be playing with you. Basically, he'll just, you know, find you in this town. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy to hear about your kidnapping plan and beating children. That always works. Not to mention planned murder, drug trade, gun trade. Yeah.
This is a good session. There's a lot of.
Yeah, actually, honestly, this session was awesome. I loved it. I loved your decisions. Matthew, please write down the points.
Okay.
Right. So, for today's game, everyone gets 20 points.
Okay.
Your characters, each one of you gets 10 points for role-playing.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. Each one of you gets 10 points for your birthplace.
Okay.
Sally gets 10 points for his deity, and remind me, Matthew, which god do you follow?
I do not follow gods.
Oh, so you're playing basically an atheist.
Yeah, something like that.
Or just an unbeliever.
An unbeliever. Okay, no, wait.
Or it could be like unaligned.
We talked about that last time. Harold believes in God, but he thinks they do not help him, so he doesn't pray.
Alright. Did you manage
Because of the war. Because of the war.
Yeah, I understand. That's actually a cool thing. But did you manage to, you know, let it show during the game?
I said that the fear about Emily that she brings, trouble is a superstition, and that's only stupid bad luck. And
yeah, I remember that was it. All right. Oh, my loss. 10 points for you. But I would like you to, you know, accent it more in our games next time.
Okay, we are not really often in temples and so on, so it's hard.
Yeah, but you know, you can do this by talking to others, you know, or for example, even by saying that you roll your eyes when someone nearby, you know, speaks a prayer, or says something.
Nobody
like,
did that.
Go with Sigma or something, and you can, you know, even smirk.
Nobody did that. Nobody did that.
Yeah, yeah. So, but it's okay. Anyway, your star signs. I forget which one has which.
Grungis Baldric.
Alright. Let me see. Discipline, honorable. Of course, you've got 10 points. Without a second thought. Sally? Raya Scout.
Let's see.
Righteous feel less merciful. Huh. Alright. Convince me.
I didn't want to hurt the kid.
Yeah, but you
Like-
did want to kill the Albrecht guy.
Well, that's part of the requirements of the deal, right?
Well,
Like he's got to disappear.
well, it's still, no, requirements or not, it's still against your star sign.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm trying to return like the money to the town. I mean, not all of it, obviously, but
Yes, that's true, and you wanted to help Wolf
yeah.
and Amelie. Alright, so because of that I'll give you 10 points.
Okay.
I mean, these two things save you because, not to mention that, you know, that Albrecht guy, well, he's probably a bit shady. You've gathered this so far, so this much
Yeah.
so far, so all right, 10 points. So now your dooms. Matthew, tell me your doom.
My last exclamation is love.
All right.
I'm like, I don't really know what to do with that all the time. I was hoping that the soldiers will be more skeptical and I can tell something like, you have to fight for someone, for those you love and families, but nothing happened.
Well, I mean, I guess that doom, you know, you don't always have to take dooms that literally. Yeah, I mean, for example, you
Yeah,
have your
no.
family, and so you could do something with them. Yeah.
I'm
Hell,
doing
even
something.
tell them that you love them.
Oh yeah, I'm spending time with them.
Yeah, that was the other thing. So I'm going to give you 5 points for that because you've obviously spent a lot of time with your family, and your accent, you accent this quite often. And Sally, your doom.
With reinvesting in the town and Wolf, like if Albrecht disappears and nobody ever hears from him ever again, I want the lasting impression to be that Salvatore came through town and turned everything around. You know what I mean? So-
Alright.
And that's just profitable. I mean, he's investing in people, really. You know what I mean?
yeah, your doom is beware the blind waiter for his chaos. Alright, show a die so. Right. Not to mention the Blood Maiden can be considered justice.
Yeah.
So you're trying to avoid justice as much as you can. At least I think so.
Yeah.
So alright,
So-
yeah, it's actually good. I'm going to give you 10 points. Now ideas. 10 points for Harold for the whole soldier scheme. It's very good. What other ideas were there?
Getting the Margrave addicted to Madman's cap.
What?
Getting the was it the Margrave?
Yeah.
Oh, that
getting
was sick. Was sick.
Yes, that. Alright, yeah, but that. Well, I mean, you've managed to catch him. Alright, 10 points. I mean, well, it was effective, although it was quite fucked up.
But we're gonna turn this town around.
Yeah, probably.
Who
So-
became mad?
What?
We just loosened some funds.
Oh,
This town will get mad.
yeah, probably. Something more? Or is that it?
The kid?
Yeah?
Kidnapping him, maybe. I don't know.
But, alright, but that hasn't been, you know, resolved yet.
Okay.
So we'll have to wait till next session for that. If it works, then I will give you points for that, of course.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess that's it. So please, Harold, tell us how many points you got.
It's 75 for me and 80 for Salvatore.
Alright.
It's in the notes. I managed to do the notes all the time in English, so...
Cool. I'll review them later, of course.
I thought it would be harder, but that's okay.
That's good. Oh, Sally, did I got you points for your notes last time?
I don't think so.
So 10 points for you, 10 points for Harold.
Okay, so 90.
Yeah. Right. I'll review your notes later, and our next game will be, if you're fine with that, 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
So it's 27th of February, same time. Matthew?
Yeah.
Well, we play 2 weeks, so no problem.
Alright, I'll write about it on our Facebook group. I hope to see you all there, and I hope that Andrew will be playing with us then. And be prepared for the beginning of a new adventure on our next session, because you're almost at the end of this one.
Okay.
Right. So thanks, guys. That's it.
Yeah, that was
for
fun.
today. Yeah, it
That
was
was fun, yeah.
very fun. It was very good game, I must say.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
I'll see you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.